Emma, Elisabeth, welcome onto the show.
Thank you.
I'm going to start by asking, have we been saying your names correctly?
Yeah. Yeah.
I've heard, yeah. It's just difficult, but I think most people are doing a good job.
Yeah, I agree.
There's a rumor, Elisabeth, that a few people have asked you, am I saying your name right? And no matter what they said, you said yes. So you're just being very nice.
I mean, it's the best they can do, so yeah, I take that. They're trying, so.
How do you guys? You say it the way you want us to say it, and I'll give you an idea if I'm at least getting it right. So Emma, we'll start with you.
It's pronounced like Hjordisardottir. It's very hard.
There's a lot of syllables.
Yeah, it's like HJO. That's the main, that's the hardest part, I think.
Okay. Say it one more time.
Hjordisardottir.
Wow. The last syllable may be the toughest part.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to work on that quite a bit before. When you start playing regularly and we talk about you all the time, then I'm going to have to work really hard on that one. That's tough. All right, Elisabeth, how about you?
I pronounce it Aegisdottir.
I'm close. I'm not great, but I'm much closer. Emma, I apologize. I've not been getting yours right. It's like, you know how you play a dartboard? I'm hitting the board, but I'm not any close to the bullseye. I'm not in the middle. I'm not in the middle at all. How have your teammates done at pronouncing your names?
I heard our teammates just say like my middle names, like Salty Swan, but I mean, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I think they say it okay. I mean, but they don't say my last name that often, so.
That's a good thing. Yeah. You guys have very not Americanized, but American-friendly first names. Emma is very easy. Elisabeth is very easy. So we won't mess that up for sure.
No, yeah.
That's cool. Now, Claudia, as I almost said it wrong. I did say it wrong. Athene, she's got a tough one too. Did it take you guys a while to get her name correct?
I think we can pronounce the sound, so I think it's not that difficult for us to pronounce it, but I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
So that's a syllable that's used in your language as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
The sounds.
Yeah, the
sound.
Yeah.
Okay. Now tell me a little bit. Teach me, because I really don't know. The language is Icelandic, correct? That's how you would say that. Mm-hmm. How many letters do you use? Is it the same? Is it similar to English as far as that, or no?
Yeah, it's similar, but we have some letters it's like A with then a dot,
a comma
over.
Yeah.
So it's pronounced ow.
Like you got hurt.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And then your last letter.
Yeah, it's
last name letter.
AE. That's together.
Yeah.
That's one letter.
Okay. Oh, and that's one letter.
Then it's a I.
Ah. Mm-hmm. So how many different letters are there?
6, 7. No.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
It's not that much.
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow,
I think it's how we put those letters together in words that makes it so hard.
Yeah.
Okay, so because for example, if you think of Chinese and they've got hundreds and hundreds of characters, so you're saying you don't have very many different letters. It's just how you put them together almost become a letter of their own. So you put two things together and that becomes its own thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is unique. Mm-hmm. Okay, when did you guys learn English?
We started learning English in 3rd grade or something.
Yeah.
So it's pretty common to to learn it as your main second language.
Yeah.
Have you studied any other languages?
We need to study Danish.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it just because there's a big Danish population, or?
Like many years, like what, 100 years ago? I don't know how many years ago, but like 100 years ago. Basically, I think we had, like, the Danish king was over Iceland as well, so they were like
Like a colony, maybe? Or?
I don't know.
Yeah.
How do you describe it?
Yeah, like Denmark was over Iceland, and then June 17th, some year, like we had our own,
like we got
custody. I don't know how do you
like
say it.
independence?
Yeah, independence. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why we need to, I think, study.
It's just an old thing. I don't know why we still have to learn Danish, but yeah.
Okay, so you guys had you were under Danish rule, like we were under English rule, and we have July 4th that we became independent from England, and you guys have June 17th?
17th,
is your Independence Day. Okay. See, I'm learning. I like this. It's good. I don't know enough about. I know a decent amount about English history, and I know a little bit about German because my family was German, and the Germans, they kind of made themselves sort of famous with the two wars. so everybody kind of knows a little bit about the Germans. Of course, they sort of forced us to know about them. But as far as the rest of Europe and the rest of the world, for that matter, it's kind of cool to learn some things. So tell me some more things about Iceland that I probably wouldn't know.
Do you have something?
Like right now, there's a couple of days in a row. There's one like a bun day, so we eat creamy buns. I don't know. It's basically the buns.
Okay.
We put
Cream and jam and maybe like chocolate or caramel on top.
Yeah.
It's
Sounds great.
Yeah. It's like cream bun day. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
And then everyone, like kids, maybe take a bun to school.
Yeah.
And then all the bakeries are selling different kinds and types.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's like a holiday.
Or
Like the whole country celebrates.
I mean, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so cool. Okay. Is it good? Did they taste good? Obviously.
They're really good. I missed them when that day was.
Is there anything that we have here that's close?
Not really.
I don't think so. No.
Because the bun itself, like, it's different.
Yeah.
Though I don't know how you say it.
No.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah,
it's different.
Can you make them?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but I never made them before.
I'm just giving you maybe a challenge, you know, if you learn how to make them. I would be more than happy to volunteer to taste them and to see if it's good. You know, okay, this is good. This is pretty good. Maybe a little bit more chocolate.
Yeah.
I think your teammates would probably volunteer to eat them as well.
Definitely.
Who on the team is the best cook, the best baker?
I don't know. I mean, we went to dinner to Bella. Bella and Emily, maybe, I think.
Yeah.
Made spaghetti and meatballs.
Is it good?
Yeah, it was pretty good. And then we got tacos.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think them.
Last year, Caroline almost burned her apartment down trying to make something. So I'm exaggerating a little bit. I think there was maybe just smoke and it wasn't so good.
Yeah.
But then she swore, she's like, I'm really a good cook. I just made a mistake one time and no one's going to let me forget about it because I almost burned my apartment down. But I'm actually pretty good. So I don't know. Has she tried to cook anything else this year?
Not for us.
No.
Maybe she's scared. She might be a little scared.
Yeah.
So, okay, we were talking about some cultural things in Iceland and history, but how is basketball different in Iceland than here in the United States?
You want to go?
I don't know.
Like, okay, as a post player. I mean, I'm not tall here. I was tall at home, so definitely there are bigger girls here and stronger.
I think they emphasize on the small things here.
Yeah.
The detail things. Yeah.
Was the speed of the game similar? I think a lot of Americans think of European basketball as being not very physical, but a lot of fast break.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm used to playing fast. Yeah. Transition, running the floor.
yeah, I mean, our shot clock is 24-second, not 30-second like
Yeah.
here. So at home, we're going up and down all the time, you know. But yeah, I mean, I think we play physical
Yeah.
last year. I think the ref is calling everything here.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
but I
they
don't
call
know.
much more here than at home.
Yeah.
That's interesting because I think most people would think that the game here is more, especially when you think about the NBA. You know, there's more physicality, but I don't know. Just between you and me, the NBA is getting a little soft too. They call a lot of fouls in the NBA now. That if you go back if you watch videos from 10 or 20 years ago, or even further, you know, players were just getting knocked to the floor, and there was no flagrant foul. It was just a regular, foul. Yeah, he knocked him down, but he's, it's just a regular foul. So I think the game has changed for better or worse a little bit as far as that's concerned. How would you, now, Emma, we haven't got to see you play yet because of your injury. And we were talking before we came on, you were injured about a year ago, and you're to the point now where you're able to practice a little bit, and you're starting to get back into shape where you want to be. But when we do get to see you play in a game, what style of game do you play? What position do you play? And
I'm like a shooting guard. Just like a wing. I like to play, like I said, like transition, run the floor. But they don't really do it here like as much. I think here's most about. I mean, I haven't played with them yet, but what I've seen is more like slow down, take it easy, But yeah, so yeah.
So are you shoot first, or do you like to drive to the basket, or?
I'm probably the shoot first if I'm open, and then drive.
Gotcha. Understandable. And there was something else I was going to, when you got injured, and then now that you've had to kind of come in and just watch, has that been, I know you don't want to just watch, I know you want to play, but the fact that you've been put in that position, has it helped kind of to be able to kind of sit back on the bench and see the games be played, and it will help you quite a bit when you do get a chance to play?
Yeah, I would say it's not fun to watch, but I mean, I can develop my game on the sideline and just like watch film, watch the team play, how they play, and how the coach want the players to play, and all that thing. So I mean, it can be beneficial to just for my IQ and stuff. So yeah.
So you've got a pretty good idea of the offenses, the defenses, what the expectations are, and so. Well, it'll be fun to be able to actually get to see you play. Elisabeth, how do you feel? You mentioned that you're a post player, but you're kind of that hybrid player. You can play the outside, you can play the inside, you can go to the basket. You like to pass the basketball, so you've got good vision of the court. I'm not trying to embarrass you, but you've got a lot of different things that you do. Were you playing the 5 in Iceland?
So I was playing 5 and 4. Like we had maybe 3 girls that could play all positions, like 4 and 5. So we were just rotating. Like if I was there, I would take the 5. If she was there, she would take the 4, and the opposite. So yeah.
Gotcha. And this season, almost always, I shouldn't say all the time, but a lot of the time, either Bella's in the game, or Emily's in the game, or Caroline's in the game. So there's going to be a 6'3", 6'5", 6'6" player playing with you most of the time.
Yeah.
There have been a couple of times maybe because of the team that we were playing or because of foul trouble or whatever, that you and Jordan Bailey were in the game at the same time. Now, I believe, if I remember right, she was probably playing the 5 in that situation maybe.
Yeah.
But when it was you and JB playing together, was that more kind of what you were used to?
I mean, yeah. Like, this season is my first time, like, playing with a, like, pure 5. You know, I've never played with a girl like this big, this tall. So, yeah, but I'm getting used to it. Like, it's fun. So, yeah.
I guess one of the cool things is if you like to pass the basketball, when you've got someone 6'6", it gives you a little bit of extra. Like if I throw the ball just a little too high, well, Bella's still going to be able to catch it, you know. You can't throw it at her feet, but if you know, just about anywhere up here, and she's going to be able to catch the ball. So that kind of gives you a little, what we would say, a margin of error. You know, you can. It's harder to make a mistake. And then we've also got some pretty good fast guards between Asia and Emma Hess and Brooke when she was healthy, that finding those players that are cutting to the basket, that seems to be something that you enjoy quite a bit too. Those little bounce passes that catch them as they're going to the hoop. Some of the best plays this season have been you passing the basketball.
Yeah.
Would you rather have a great assist or would you rather hit a shot?
Probably great assists. Yeah, I don't know. I know everyone tells me, like, look at the basket first and then pass it, but I don't know. It just... Yeah, I just like to pass it.
Who did you guys watch growing up as far as the players? And you're probably going to be educating us if it's a player from Iceland. We might not know who it was, but your influences, I guess, in basketball growing up.
I watched a lot of the best players in Iceland.
Yeah.
Educate us. Give us some names. Who are some of the great players in Iceland?
We had one.
Yeah.
Her name is Helena. She just retired recently.
Because of injuries?
Yeah.
She played for TCU.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how many years ago. Many years ago.
Yeah, I don't know. And then she played around Europe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a professional league in Iceland?
Yeah, we played it. I mean, that's a professional league, right?
Yeah, it's a top league.
Yeah.
And we have some European girls and some Americans that come and play.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Now, as far as Europe is concerned, now I'm assuming that the WNBA is probably most of the best players in the world are going to play in the WNBA, but then that season's in the summer. You can play in the winter as well. If you're a European girl growing up and you wanted to play in the best league possible in Europe, where would that be?
Probably Spain or France.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah.
Spain. Yeah.
So it's very similar to kind of European soccer, that every country has their own league, and then you have like a European championship where the best clubs still play each other. It's not necessarily the national teams. I know they do that as well, but can club teams from various countries, the best ones, play each other also?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
That's a Eurobasket, right? No. Wait, what is it called?
I don't
You know
remember.
what I'm talking about?
Yeah. EuroLeague.
I don't know. Yeah, it's yeah. I don't know. I can't remember what it's called.
But it is a lot like football, soccer, as far as that.
I think so.
How big is what we call soccer in Iceland?
That's probably one of the biggest sports in Iceland.
Yeah, basketball and soccer.
Yeah.
Those are the top two?
Yeah.
Any other sports that you guys played growing up?
Handball.
Really? Yes. Well, I didn't have handball in my town, so I was in gymnastics, like just for 3 years, and then I quit because that was not my thing. But I played soccer and basketball, until I was 16.
You're very tall for gymnastics. You don't think of a lot of 6 feet or more players, because you think of like the little 5'2" that they just flip around. Yeah. Simone Biles or whoever, the strong but tiny. That's okay. Handball. We were talking to Claudia, and she said that's kind of one of the top sports in Spain as well. When we were in Israel, they had handball courts with all the basketball courts. So it's big everywhere except here. No, I don't think you could ask 10 Americans and 9 of them wouldn't even know what you were talking about because we've just never seen it here. Is ice hockey big in Iceland?
We have a team. I know that.
But we only have like...
I think just we have 2. And then I actually think they have played against some European teams. I think so.
Yeah.
Because you would think, I mean, it's in the name, that ice, but... and I guess for those that don't know, it's if you had to give us a 30-second history lesson on the geography of Iceland, because again, I think some Americans would be able to point at it on a map, but they might accidentally point at Greenland instead of Iceland. They might, the big island, no, the little one. They might not know for sure. So give everybody and I don't know who's more of the history, geography. I'll let you guys fight that out. But give us a little bit of information if we needed to know about Iceland.
I don't even know where Iceland, like, specifically where it is located, like...
No, just right below Greenland.
Right below Greenland?
Yeah. And
what's the closest, the mainland European country?
The Scandinavian countries. Finland, Denmark, Sweden. Yeah.
Norway's probably not too far, right?
No, Norway is there too. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, we'll take a quick break, and when we come back, I want to talk a little bit about the things that are important to me. No, I'm just kidding. But food, like we talked a little bit about some food, but I'm kind of curious and then kind of the cultural differences in Iceland compared to here, and some of the things that you've had to adjust to. So we'll talk about that with Elisabeth and Emma right after this quick time out. Welcome back into this week's Liberty Flames Women's Basketball Show. Emma and Elisabeth, I gotta ask this: what is the best Icelandic dish that Americans would go, this is amazing? Well, forget about Americans, that I would go, oh my goodness, this is amazing.
We have a couple, I think.
The only thing I can... Maybe lamb?
Yeah, we have a lot of meat.
Yeah.
We eat a lot of meat.
Okay.
I know, like...
I think you would like lamb.
Lamb, yeah.
Like a lamb chop?
Yeah, and then we have like lamb soup.
Yeah.
That's really good. That's like traditional dish. Yeah.
Okay. What about sides? Similar to what we have here as far as green beans and macaroni and cheese and things like that, or no?
We don't have macaroni and cheese as a side. No.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that a meal or not at all?
Just
not at all.
Not at all.
No.
Okay.
I never eat it.
No.
Okay, you're missing out because that's good stuff. But
yeah.
What about desserts? What are you talked about the holiday? What was the holiday again?
Cream bun day.
Cream bun day.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
What are traditional desserts in Iceland?
Maybe skircake. Or no? No.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's like a cheesecake.
Yeah, it's like cheesecake, but it's made of like, I don't know even what it's made of.
No.
It's like skate.
I don't know. It's something similar to cheesecake.
Yeah.
And then maybe just some ice cream with like chocolate sauce or something.
So similar to what you would find here?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Christmas, Thanksgiving. Well, you guys don't have Thanksgiving, I guess.
No.
What holidays does your family get together? Everybody gets together and just has a big meal.
Christmas, of course.
Yeah.
Then we have. It's actually the day today.
Yeah.
It's called.
Springedagur. So
Explosion day. or
yeah,
something.
if we translate straight, then it's explosion
Yeah,
day.
it's basically like you eat
Salty meat.
yeah, salty meat and beans, green beans. And I think the name came out like you were supposed to eat until you explode or
Yeah.
something.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure if
Yeah,
I'm
I think it's
telling the right thing or something.
That sounds like my kind of holiday. I
Yeah.
like that.
And then we have a really weird thing, thorrablót.
Oh yeah.
Then, like, it's really old tradition. Then we eat like shark, sour testicles,
Yeah.
sheep head,
Oh.
really old stuff. Yeah,
Just like what people used to eat in the old
Yeah.
days.
People used to eat that in the old days.
yeah,
I feel so bad for those people in the old days.
yeah. But the sheep head is actually good.
Is it?
Yeah,
Is it like the ear? Like the ears and everything, or?
I mean, you don't need to eat everything. You can just pick out the meat. But you get like,
The actual head.
yeah, you just
Wow.
boil the sheep head.
Does
Yeah.
somebody eat the eyeballs? And
Yeah.
Do they
Do
really?
you eat that?
No, not me.
Do you eat the sheep head or no?
The meat.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But some people eat the eye.
Really?
Yep.
Have you ever heard someone describe what it tastes like?
No.
No.
I don't know.
That would be really weird, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I know we eat weird things. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure there's things in the United States that's pretty weird too. But
Yeah.
I've never heard of people eating the whole head of an animal. Okay, that's something to think about, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say Christmas, because that's something that Americans can relate to more than Explosion Day. Although I do like that concept; it's really kind of cool. But on Christmas, Emma, we'll start with you. What is a traditional day, and as far as does all the family from your entire, mom and dad, everybody kind of eat at the same place, meet at the same place? Explain the day to me on Christmas.
Christmas Day is kind of just a chill day. We maybe eat breakfast together, like a brunch or something. We maybe go to, like, I don't know, it's just a chill day. We eat breakfast together, then we prepare the food kind of early in the day. Maybe go on a walk. It's probably snowy at that time here, so go for a walk, just spend the time together, and then like eat dinner, play games, open presents.
How many people?
Not a lot. I only grew up with my mom, so it's only my mom's side of the family. So it's my mom and my siblings.
How many siblings do you have?
3.
3 siblings. Older, younger?
2 younger sisters and 1 older brother.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the older brother, is he kind of protective? Like, because he's got 3 little sisters that he's got to take care of.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Did you guys all play sports?
Yeah, all basketball.
All basketball. So 2-on-2
Yeah.
out in the back,
Yeah.
Did it get competitive?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Anybody ever, get,
No.
not quite that competitive?
No.
Okay. Because we had some twin sisters that went here, and they played 1-on-1 in the backyard, and they said the number of times that somebody got so mad that they punched the other one, like it got really competitive. So, okay, so that's Elisabeth. Is it similar as far as your Christmas?
I forgot that. What is that? The 24th.
Yeah, 24th.
Like, we celebrate Christmas on 24th
Okay.
December. Yeah, it's just me and my parents and my siblings. Sometimes my grandma and grandpa. And sometimes like my mom's sisters. But we don't get much more than that. And then the day after, then we get like maybe go to dinner and then meet all the rest of the family.
So it's almost like a private day for just close family, and then a big.
Yeah.
I see.
Like we open present just with our closest, and then the day after we maybe go to a Christmas party.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's more so more like a party the second day, and it's more family the first day.
Yeah.
I see. Claudia was telling us that around Christmas they have a tradition. Santa Claus isn't a thing. Do you guys have Santa Claus?
We have actually 12.
13, right?
13. Yeah. We have 13.
13 Santa Clauses.
Yeah.
Is it called Santa Claus or like Father Christmas? Or?
They each have their own name.
Really?
Like one of them have their name Elisabeth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How does that work with 13 different?
So 13 days before
The 24th.
Yeah, the 24th. They come each night, and then it was a story like if the kids would not behave well, they would get a potato in the shoe they put in the window. And if they like behave well, they get like maybe candy or some toy or something. So
every night for 13 nights. I like a lot of your traditions.
Yeah.
I like Explosion Day, eat until you explode, and I like 13 Santa Clauses. You get 13 presents. That's pretty good too.
Yeah.
Claudia they have a tradition where they have a log that has a face on it. That the tradition is that it poops presents.
Oh.
So that was a new one for me. I'd never heard that before. But I think you may have beaten it by having 13 different Santa Clauses. Are they related? Like the 13 different Santa Clauses, are they the same?
So they're all like brothers. And then there's the mom and the dad and the old cat.
Yeah.
Old cat.
Yeah. And the mom is like the evil witch or something.
Yeah.
And then it was always like if they like the children would not behave well, they would go to the evil witch.
Oh, wow.
It sounds really bad, I know. But like I think the children behaved well around Christmas just before this one. Yeah.
I would too, yeah. You want to make sure you get the presents, but you definitely don't want to go to the witch either. So I see. Well, our traditions here in the United States are lame. Like they're so bad compared to like that is so much cooler than what we do. But now I'm going to have to look that up a little bit and read a little, see some pictures and stuff, because I've got in my head, you make sort of an idea of what you think it's going to be. Same thing with Claudia's pooping Christmas log. Like I had an idea of what it was going to look like, and then when I actually looked at it online, it didn't look anything like what I was expecting.
No.
Okay, so that's a really fun tradition. Any other, like you've already told me of the cream, what was it again? The cream bun day, Explosion Day. We know that Independence Day is June 17th, and we know that Christmas has 13 Santa Clauses. Is there anything else cool and unique about different holidays or?
I don't think so.
No.
Or birthdays? Do you guys do anything interesting for birthdays?
I mean, just same as you.
Same.
Yes, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Now, Elisabeth, I didn't mean to jump past it, but you mentioned that you have brothers and sisters, or just how many brothers?
I have one brother and one sister.
Okay, younger and older.
Both younger.
Both younger. Okay, so you're the protective one then.
Yeah.
So you get to be okay. And I will say this, that we have the games and we have a lot of content on social media, but Facebook specifically, the live broadcast of the games, and we ask, hey, where are you listening from? And we get a lot of Iceland.
No, really.
So that's cool. A lot of really long last names, and so I probably could have figured out that it was Iceland even if they didn't say that it was Iceland, because now that I've seen your names, I've got a pretty good idea of where they might be from. But so that's cool, and I know the time difference is quite a bit, so it's probably hard for your families to follow along because of it being in the middle of the night when you're playing. But I guess there's some games that are in the afternoon that wouldn't be too bad, but with social media, they're able to follow along pretty good.
Yeah, and my family loves the 2:00 games.
It's perfect.
So it's around dinner time, so they eat and then watch the game. So,
did you guys follow American sports at all when you were growing up?
I just saw like highlights and stuff from college basketball, but I didn't really watch them until like maybe 2 years ago or something.
Was some of it because you had friends in Iceland that came to the States to play college basketball? Was that some of the reason that you followed college basketball?
I mean, we knew some girls were playing in college, like here in America. So, I think that's like one of the reasons I wanted to explore this.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
And then I'm sure now there's probably, as you guys continue to develop and play here, there'll probably be some friends or some girls from back in Iceland that are going to ask you, hey, what's it like? And should I come and try to play too? So that you can kind of continue that, I guess, as well. Now, I'm going to jump back to the food real quick because that's my favorite topic in the world. But what are some things that now that you've come to the United States that we have that you like or don't like? Like, what are some things that you guys have picked up from here?
I mean, I like mac and cheese.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
We eat a lot of meat here too as well. So, and I know if you try not, like if you're trying to be healthier and you're not trying to eat a lot of meat, sometimes it's not as easy to find vegetarian options or healthy options here maybe as it is back home, or is it just as tough in Iceland? Because you say that there's a lot of meat products as well there.
I as a vegetarian, I think it's it's easier to find something to eat at home than here, specifically like in Lynchburg. But I mean, I don't know.
And that's probably an American thing, because I think the concept of vegan and vegetarian is growing here, but it's not at the same level as you would think of probably in European countries and so on. Okay. Desserts? Are you guys big dessert? Do you like desserts?
I'm not
but I can't think of any right now.
Because I feel like the United States, we do pretty good as far as, like there's so many different ice cream places and cakes and cookies, and that's probably our best thing is cookies. There's, crumble cookie and insomnia cookie, and everywhere you go, there's a place that makes a good cookie.
Yeah. Yeah. I think,
No, there's there's lots to choose from. It's
a good way to put it. Is it difficult, just speaking about the vegetarian part of things, is it difficult because most people think of kind of loading the night before a game? Is it more difficult as a vegetarian to be able to get the number of calories and the carbs and the things that you need in your system to fuel for a basketball game?
I mean, it can be, but if you just like prepared and like figure out what you're gonna eat for the whole day, then I'm fine.
Give us an example. What would be like the meal, either pregame meal or the meal the night before, as you're kind of fueling up for a big game?
Last year, what I ate for like a game, it was tofu with like sweet potatoes or something like that, and then just vegetables.
Okay, so potatoes probably have a big part in it because of big carbs and being able to. I mean, that's nothing but fuel inside of a potato. So that makes sense. I don't know why I'm thinking that to be a vegetarian you only can eat like salad. There's pastas and things that you can fuel on that are it doesn't have to be meat. Americans are very stuck on. Meat is obviously very big. Barbecue, and you go to I shouldn't say just Americans. Mexican restaurants, there's tons of different types of meat that that are mixed in But okay, I'm sorry. I promise. That's the last food question. We're going to finish up by. I did want to ask because a lot of folks we watch the news, but it's not. It's almost like the news finds you now. There was a time, probably when your parents were young, that everyone watched the news on television, and so you saw the same. Like everybody saw the same news. If you were going to watch it, if you wanted to know what was going on, you turned on the TV at a certain time and you watched it. Mm-hmm. Now we find it as the day goes along. Whether you're on Twitter X or if you're just trying to, you're probably not going to find a lot of news on Instagram or TikTok or anything like that. But you might kind of figure things out that way. Mm-hmm. And we've seen stories from Iceland as far as the volcano. And I think we all have kind of an idea, and Coach Green's talked about it a little bit as well, that I think, Elisabeth, that it's affected your family maybe a little bit more because you're very close by. Yeah. But for those of us that have only saw the news clippings and we really don't know what has happened there, can you tell us how it has, not just in general, but how it's kind of affected your family as well?
Yeah. So we have had 4-5 eruptions for the last 3 years, I think, and now 3 just for the last 2-3 months. So one of them opened up right outside the town, and then the lava ran in 3 houses and burned down 3 houses. Wow. And it was actually 2 streets from my house. Wow. Yeah. And there's been a lot of earthquakes, so there's a lot of damages in the town. Yeah, and now my family is living with my grandparents, and I think we're looking for a new house to just move away. So
you're, to use the phrase ground zero, you're very close to where this is happening.
Yeah.
So 3 houses.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, there've been eruptions, but then to my basic knowledge of geography, or not geography, but geology, there've been fissures or openings where lava is just flowing. It's not like there's a big boom. No. It's just kind of like a river almost.
Yeah.
And you can see it. They showed a picture from space, and you could actually see, because snow and everything's white, and then you see this red lava that's just flowing. So that is near or in your hometown.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's I don't know what is in miles, but the last one had 3 kilometers long, and then it ran in different directions.
And it's unpredictable. You don't know.
I mean, there were some workers that were trying to build and
like a fence or something.
Like a fence with the rocks and the ground to protect the town. It worked, but then it opened up inside of the fence. So that's why it got to the house.
So they were using old volcanic rock to build a barrier to try to keep it from going, or to have it go around.
Yeah.
Well, that's very smart. It's a shame that it happened inside, but.
Yeah.
So your family, how far away? You said they've moved with your grandparents. How far away is that from?
It's 25 minutes. It's in the capital where she lives. So yeah, I think we're trying to get a house there because I think they're 6 in not that big house, so they're just sleeping on air mattress on the floor for a month and a half now. Yeah.
So you guys are about 30 minutes away from each other. So did you guys know each other growing up?
No.
I mean, we played against each other, but we didn't knew each other.
Yeah.
So it was almost not like you were fighting, but you were going against each other.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, she scores too many points. I don't know. But she passes the ball and hits me in the head. I think she does it on purpose. But so you guys knew of each other, but you really didn't know each other till you got on campus here?
Last season we played actually together.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for the same team. Mm-hmm. So.
And then we played on the national team together.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's cool. That's. I think we have in our heads that everybody must know everybody, but I mean Iceland's not the biggest country, but there's still a lot of people there. You're not going to know everybody, but okay. And so you're in the capital, and I'm so self-conscious now that I'm going to say it incorrectly. I'm going to have you say it first.
Reykjavik.
I would have got that exactly right. I would have had that perfect. How big is Reykjavik?
How big is it?
I don't know.
I actually don't know. It's big, but...
Would you compare it to any place that you've been to here?
I don't think
Maybe it's just similar to Lynchburg.
Yeah, maybe.
But I haven't seen all of Lynchburg, so I don't know.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think of the place. Of course, when we were in Miami. I know you guys don't get to do a lot, but just the size of it. Miami is the biggest city that we've been in this year. Yeah. Other than I think maybe we didn't really go into Houston. We were near Houston, Texas. It's big as well. But yeah, a lot of the places that we have played, like in Louisiana, that was a medium-sized town, similar to Lynchburg. The city that we were in Tennessee is a little bigger than Lynchburg, but similar. So a lot of the schools in this conference are close as far as the size, other than Miami. Miami is just massive and warm and beautiful, and you'd love to have 20 games there in the wintertime because it's so nice. But it's a snowy environment back in Iceland. What would you say? Is it freezing temperatures most of the time, or?
Right now, yeah.
I mean, in the winter,
Yeah. So colder than here, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So Lynchburg is warm for you compared to home.
I mean, it's right now it's kind of cold, but it's not as cold as home though.
No.
So, yeah.
Okay. We're trying to kind of get an idea, learning a little bit. I know that there was the old thing that we used to hear in our classes that Greenland has more ice and Iceland has more green.
Yeah.
They should switch names. So in the spring, summer, and fall, I got to imagine it's just beautiful from where you guys are at.
I mean, I love Icelandic summer.
Oh, yeah.
That's the best thing. So
it's like we get a lot of good days, but it can be like a rainy day or something.
Yeah.
But
and also it doesn't get dark here in the summer. We get just 24 hours, 7 of daylight, or not daylight, but
we don't get dark.
Yeah.
Dark.
So it's never completely dark in the summertime. Because we think of that in Alaska here. It's does that mean though in the winter there's days where you don't see the sun?
Yeah, maybe 2 hours, 1 hour.
I used to go to work at 8 last winter, and I came out and it was dark, and I came out at 4 and it was dark.
Yeah.
So you never got to see.
No.
Is that tough? I mean, that would seem to be.
I mean, it is tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, and with the cold and the snow, and maybe snowstorm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, I hate to say, but it would be easy to get kind of depressed if you don't see the sun for if you're saying if you work 5 days and you're inside the whole time, 5 days go by and you never see the sun. That would be tough. Mentally, I would think you'd.
Yeah.
I've heard of people that have in those type of environments where they have some sort of a light or a lamp in their house that almost replicates the sun, and it gives you those same types of rays to where it sort of helps you to so maybe that's something that when you're back home, of course this time of year I guess is the time that it would be like that, right? It's just now probably the days are becoming a little bit longer now, so
yeah.
I didn't I should have known that. I don't know why I didn't know that, but I think so much we think the United States is here and Europe is here. That's what we think.
Yeah.
You know, that you guys are basically at the same latitude as us, but it's not really the case. We're here and you guys are kind of up here.
Yeah.
So even England is pretty far north. It's like as north as almost Canada is on this side. So I should have thought about that, but I didn't think about the days being so short. But then it works out great in the summertime. You've got 20 hours to be outside if you want to. Okay, well I'm gonna finish with this final question because I've asked you guys 100 questions, and I did the same thing with Claudia last week. So I'll pretend like I'm the president or the Mr. Captain America or whatever, I don't know. So if you've got a question, either one, both of you, about the United States that you go, I just don't understand why you guys do this, or why is it like this, or what is this, here's a chance. You get to ask a question back.
I don't understand why there's no sidewalks to walk on.
Yeah, that's really...
I'm going to tell you, that is a Lynchburg thing, unfortunately. And you're not going to believe this, but last week Claudia asked the exact same thing. She said, there's no sidewalks. I tried to walk to the store, and I had to walk 15 minutes this way to go across because there was no way to get across. Yeah. Lynchburg, for whatever reason, just doesn't believe, I guess, that people walk anywhere because everybody has cars, or most of the citizens have cars. If you go downtown, there's going to be sidewalks, but in places like Ward Road and where there really should be sidewalks, I don't know. I'm with you. I don't know I wish I knew the answer to that question. There should be sidewalks on any road that has hotels and restaurants and shops. There should be sidewalks because somebody is going to walk there. But I ran into that same problem when we were in this last trip in Louisiana. Was at our hotel, and there was a Mexican restaurant. I was like, oh, that looks good. I'm going to go walk there. And there would be a sidewalk, and it would just end, and then there would be grass.
Yeah.
And so now you're walking along the side of the road, and cars are... He's like, I'm going to walk as far over here as I can. And then I would get a little further up, and then there would be a sidewalk again, and then it would end. so it's not. I guess it's not just here. Maybe it's more of a southern United States thing because most people drive, and that's a good question. And I'm going to pretend like I know the answer, but I don't. I don't understand it either. It doesn't make any sense to me. Elisabeth, do you have any?
I don't know. No.
What's your favorite thing about the United States? Let's ask that.
Target.
I like it too. Target's good.
Yeah, I think that's my answer.
So if you've got a free afternoon, no practice, no classes, let's go to Target. Is that a hangout or is a place something to do?
I mean,
it's always fun to go there and just
look
at things.
Yeah, look around. Maybe buy something you don't need.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do that. I have a list. I make a list on my phone, and then I go to Target and buy 20 things that I did not need and forget the thing that was on the list to walk out and go, I didn't even get toothpaste. But it was fun catching up and learning more about you guys. We learned some really cool things about Iceland and traditions and Explosion Day. We need to bring that here. We need to have Explosion Day here. That's so cool. And I know that this isn't, as you're learning American culture, as you're getting more comfortable speaking English to other people. I know this wasn't probably the most fun thing you guys have ever done when you found, I'm going to have to do this podcast. But I do appreciate you coming on, and it's been a lot of fun kind of learning more about you guys today.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.